It's not just about being noticed or looking bright. It's about using our own ideas and energy to make a real differences in the world around us. Our next speaker will talk about something really important, how to shine, and more importantly, how to radiate.
She will explain how luck, effort, and gratitude all play a part in success, and why it's important to share our light with others. Get ready to hear how we can use our own skills and energy to help everyone around us shine. Please welcome Yebin Kwon.
We all love to shine, to be seen for our hard work and brilliance. But shining is about how bright you look. Radiating is different. To radiate is to share your light, to let it reach others and make them shine as well. But how do we actually make that shift from shining to radiating? Maybe it starts with how we see ourselves in the simplest moments, like a group project or just simply cleaning your door with a roommate. When you look back on these moments, what percentage of the work do you think you did? I'm guessing it felt like a lot, right? Maybe 60%? 70%? Here's the weird part. When you ask everyone else how much of the work they think they did, their answers almost always add up to over 140%. We all suffer from something called the egocentric bias. We vividly remember every all-nighter we pulled, every difficult email we sent, and every sacrifice we made. Meanwhile, the sacrifices that other people make seem to just fade away, which is why almost everyone thinks they did most of the work. And this bias doesn't just cause arguments over group projects. It shapes our view of success by obscuring one of its biggest hidden factors: luck. Most of us grow up believing success is simple. Talent plus hard work equals success. And sure, those are necessary, but they're rarely enough. In 2017, NASA selected 11 new astronauts from over 18,000 applicants. All brilliant, all hardworking. But let's imagine the selection was 95% based on skill and hard work, and just 5% on luck. Maybe a perfectly timed interview, or the right person noticing your application. That 5% may seem small at first, but when you have 18,000 applicants who are all 95% perfect, that tiny 5% becomes the tiebreaker. A study found that if you ran the same selection again without the 5% luck, then 9 out of those 11 astronauts would be different people. When competition is fierce, when the applicants are already world-class, skill gets you to the door, but luck is the ultimate tiebreaker. So, why do we constantly underestimate this factor? Why are the most successful people often the most reluctant to admit they got a break? The reason why is, it's a necessary delusion. Think about it. If you truly believed success was just a lottery, would you even try? Probably not. You wouldn't apply to the impossible school. You wouldn't practice the violin for 10,000 hours. Why bother if it's all outside your control? To get out of bed every morning and persevere the rejection, you must believe you're in complete control. You must cling to the faith that your effort alone will be enough to beat the odds. That faith, that delusion, is what makes great things happen. But once the delusion works, when you succeed, that's when the danger flips. When you're the astronaut, the entrepreneur, the winner, you look at your life and see only you. Your talent, your grit, and your effort. To you, the world is perfectly fair. It rewards hard work because it rewarded yours. And from this mindset comes what's known as the survivor bias. You are the survivor of the success lottery, and you lack the experience of the thousands of people who worked just as hard but had bad luck. Then comes the dangerous conclusion. I made it because I'm smart and hardworking. Then anyone who didn't must not be. Here's where things get complicated. When that survivor bias takes over, your shine turns into a spotlight that lights up only you and hides everything else. Suddenly, it's not pushing you forward anymore, but it's holding you back. Because if you truly believe you earned everything on your own, then why would you owe anything to anyone else? Why fund the schools that taught you? Why care about the roads that carried you? Why care about the clean water or the mentors and opportunities that shaped your path from the beginning? In your mind, you did it all. But the truth is, none of us did it alone. So how do we keep our drive without falling into the entitlement? In the book Success and Luck, economist Robert Frank points out that effort matters, but luck decides who gets noticed. His point isn't to dismiss hard work, but it's to remind us that gratitude and fairness grow when we see how much luck helps us. And that's where my idea begins, with 2 parts of success we don't always see. The first part is what drives us forward, the delusion. To get to the top, you have to shine. And to shine, you have to be a little delusional. Believe with absolute certainty that your effort alone will be enough to beat the odds. That faith, and the second part, is what keeps us grounded, the gratitude. Be grateful and take a moment to look back. Notice the invisible threads that close the gap. Your mentors, your timing, and your luck. Know that your belief was a trick, but it was a necessary one to get you there. Once you finally reach that height, it's time to radiate and let your light shine beyond yourself. Not to shine above, but to spark the light in others. If 5% luck is enough to change the world for one person, then let's use our 95%, our skill, our hard work, and our voice, to build the ramps that can give everyone else a chance to shine themselves. And that's how we succeed, by staying human, by learning to radiate, not just shine. Thank you for listening.